Greetings, greetings, greetings. You are now tuned into the vault. Trust Christian, own nothing, control everything. Just want to thank everybody for tuning in live, listening to replay. Always appreciate everybody that tunes in live, listens in the replay. This is the vault, episode 600. Definitely appreciate everybody for that's planning on coming to the workshop. Definitely got some tickets sold here recently, so just crunch time and tight and limited seating. Feel free to reach out, Christian at trustchristian.com, if that's something you want to inquire about. But we definitely appreciate everybody that's coming. Safe travels. Look forward to seeing you all. Definitely going to be a pleasure. Get a chance to connect with people. And so this is episode 600, Sunday Trustee Training. Job equals convenience. And this is an episode that this is just an observation from Trust Christian in the Vault. No, this isn't to offend anybody, step on anybody's toes, make them feel some type of way. Because your job as a trustee is to bring capital into the trust. So it's not a job. You're an asset manager. You're not a liability to the company. You're an asset. That's why when the family estate has an insurance policy on you, you're an asset. And as you continue to bring capital in to pay for the policy, you're an asset. Well, how do you do that, Trust Christian in the Vault? We get so many trustees that come to us and they have jobs when they initially come, and we've just seen that a job is just something that's convenient. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking to protect your family estate, if you're looking to perpetuate wealth from one generation to the next, you're not going to do that with a job. So if you know you're not going to do it with a job, when are you going to put in the overtime? When are you going to put in the extra hours, the extra days to protect the family estate? It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. So many people come to the vault. Oh man, Trust Christian Vault, I really need to. I'm trying to start my own business. But this is what it is. People fear failing. They don't want to fail. But then you ain't studied enough entrepreneurs. So how you going to jump into an environment where a lot of entrepreneurs, we've had failures along the way. You have failure months. You miss goals multiple times. How do you miss your goal when you go to work every day? If you go to work on time, you did your job. It's convenient. If you get your 2 weeks in a paycheck, it's convenient. If you get your salary at the end of the month or every 2 weeks, your salary, it's convenient. Being a trustee, that's not convenient. That's why this ain't for everybody. When you look at the lineup that we have with the speakers, appreciate Larissa Humphreys for abundant returns. She studied. She put in the overtime. When you look at Brent, he studied. He put in the overtime. When you look at Dr. Bay, he studied. He's put in the overtime. So that's where we at. People say, oh man, I want to start my own business, Trust Christian in the Vault. I really want to do that. What you waiting for? You okay with failing, right? Because if you're okay with failing, it might not work the first time. You might have to throw an idea out there, see how it works, and figure it out. There is going to be no perfect time. We're living through a wealth transfer right now. It's always going to go on. Why? Because a job is convenient. People can just go get a job. Trust Christian, I'm just looking for something right now to hold me over. I'm just something to pay my bills. But lo and behold, a business isn't convenient, but it gives you freedom. It gives you economic empowerment. If you live in the United States, you live in a free market society. Why don't they promote that? Because the teachers went to school and they got a job. And guess what? What they going to teach you? To get a job. But when you would have hung out with entrepreneurs that barely made it out of high school, when you would have hung out with entrepreneurs that barely got degrees, it seems a little bit tougher, don't it? Oh man, the school teachers told me it's going to be hard if you don't have a degree. That's what they told me. If you don't get a good education, it's going to be hard. Yeah. It's easy to have a job. After the 90-day learning curve, you can keep working there and not have to learn anything new. That's the facts. A job is about convenience. Because if it wasn't about the convenience, after talking to the trustees that we've talked to for over 5 years, various different trustees, as soon as they get in trustee training, they would start a business. And we've had people get in trustee training and they start a business for sure. And we've had people get in trustee training, start a business, and actually get off their job in a matter of 3 months. In a matter of 3 months for sure. This isn't about bragging. This isn't like, oh, we did it for them. No, they followed the instructions because they knew what time it was when they got in trustee training. They already had an idea and they started executing on it. They were okay with failing. There were months that they didn't hit their goals. But if you don't want to miss goals, cool, go get a job. It's convenient. We got trustees that are okay with not working. How you okay with not working? How you okay with not putting in no work for nothing? For your family estate. You think you're not going to have to defend your family estate against savages? Theft? People trying to put fees on it? This is an easy topic to talk about. It's an easy topic to talk about. So if you have a job, trust Christian in the vault. It's interesting because we do business management consulting. And so when a person gets into the system, they traditionally, once again, if they have a job, they say, oh, I want to get off my job. Well, if you want to get off your job, ladies and gentlemen, you have to get outside your comfort zone. You have to stay outside your comfort zone. Trust Christian Involved, we were thinking about something recently. We actually put it on social media. We've been more outside of our comfort zone going into this workshop than we ever have. Why? Because we had to do some things with the speakers. That wasn't comfortable. That wasn't comfortable. That wasn't comfortable posting that, oh, we're going to do this with this person, and now we got to fill it with someone else. That wasn't comfortable. But it's business. It's not a job. It's business. Sometimes in business, you got to make a hard decision. It's never an easy time to make a hard decision, though. That's where we at, ladies and gentlemen. Sunday Trustee Training will tell you that if you have a job, you're looking for the convenience. Oh man, I just want to get paid till I figure out this business stuff. I just want to have a stable income till I get this trust stuff squared away. Ladies and gentlemen, most people that are in trust at a particular level, when we talk about trusteeship, usually they're high income earners. They're making over $250,000 because they can see the value in it. But then when you get the ones that aren't under over $1 million, a $250,000, or they're making about $100K, they okay with having a job. When in all actuality, people that make over $250,000, they're usually contractors. Even recently, we actually had a trustee. This is a true story. He has a job. There's the facts. Why? Because he's W-2. He comes on the line. He's taking notes. He's taking the heed. Said, trust Christian, blah, blah. We said, okay, see if your job will put you 1099. And he went to first level manager above him. First level manager above him said, we've never done that. We gotta wait for the big bosses. We got a lot going on. Okay. Trustee waited to the company party, went to the big bosses, went around the middleman and said, hey, can you put me on 1099? Big boss says, that's not something that we're opposed to, not necessarily something that's convenient, but we'll see what we could do. So within trustee training, this trustee just had a job, a W-2, and they put themselves in a position because they spoke for themselves. They stood up like a man and said, hey, I got to figure something out. I can't keep getting W-2 money because that's the lowest level money. All they did was ask the senior manager, HR, can you put me in a position of a 1099? How hard is that? How hard is it to go to your JOBs and say that? Oh, man, I got to work with a union. Look, you're going to have to make some hard decisions as a trustee, whether you got a job or a business. But oh no, trustee says, all right, I went to the major bosses. They said that it's maybe not as bad as they think. They'll get back to me. I said, okay, You got to make it a point to stay on top of them, though. Don't let them just say something to you and then now you waiting for an answer. Stay on top of them. If you told them that it was a family emergency and you had some fake excuse, some great fake excuse, you probably get it done faster. They ain't getting it done because you ain't letting them, telling them get it done. The company is going to look at you as an asset now. Why? Because you're not a liability. Employees are liabilities. They got job insurance. Isn't that unemployment insurance? That's job insurance. They have to pay that before you get fired. So when you get fired, you can start collecting. The government doesn't give out that. That comes from the jobs contributing to a degree. The company you work for contributes to employment insurance, unemployment insurance. So, a job is convenient. I'm not going to say anything, Trust Christian. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers. I don't want these guys to think differently about me. And now you know why. Now you know why. Trusteeship says you got to build something from scratch. You got to build a team. You got to build a product or service. That's where you start. Are you looking to build something? Or are you looking to just go punch buttons? But a job equals convenience. Anybody can go get a job. Not everybody can say, you know what? I'm willing to risk failure. I'm willing to risk with the family last name right now. They're not. Most aren't. It's fair, but they're not. Just know that, ladies and gentlemen, most people are not looking to actually be in a position where they could fail and with the business. But once you get over that by just taking action, there is no magic pill. There is no video that you can watch online. Oh man, it's going to make your emotions get more closer to you and you're going to be fine with it. First of all, you're not. We just said you got to be uncomfortable. So your emotions are not going to be cool and steady. You're going to be uncomfortable for a while. That's how it works. Same thing with trustee training. It's not convenient. Oh man, I got a job. Okay, so you gonna plan around that? Or is your job more important than your last name? Is your job, which may not be for your family, is that more important than your last name? Most likely. Most people. But tell us that it is. Christian at trustchristian.com. Once again, Christian at trustchristian.com. Look forward to seeing you all at the workshop. Sunday trustee training. Job equals convenience. Always know that. There's nothing about it that says freedom. Economically or personally. Everybody on the line that you all are going to see on the lineup is economically free. Period. Appreciate everybody for tuning in live, listen, replay. I always appreciate everybody for tuning in live, listen, replay. Feel free to go back and share this with your friends and family. Peace and joy.